do we really believe that Nigerian politicians, as they are right now, wants to stop the insurgency? Do we really believe that the northern politicians really wants to stop the insurgency? Donald Trump over last weekend tweeted that he is ordering the Defense Department to prepare for possible military action in Nigeria, as he accuses the nation of not doing enough to stop the violence against Christians. My brothers and sisters, you have been seeing different videos online, circulating online, especially those ones coming out from the North Central, Benue State, Plateau State, Nasarawa State, of all the heinous killings going on in that state. Can the Nigerian politicians solve this problem? For me personally, the answer is no. I don't know what the answer is to you, but let us come to conclusion based on facts. Now, how did this insurgency came about? We all know, we have read, and we have documents on how the insurgency come about, as it's playing on the screen right now.
Boko Haram. Everybody knows. It was started in Borno by the then Borno governor, Ali Sharif. He is still roaming the streets freely. Yes. When Yusuf was caught alive, who created it? The ECOMOG. Who created the ECOMOG? We have to look at the root cause in order to find a solution. The root cause of that problem, as we know it today, is Ali Sharif. He used them for his own political machinery. He armed them as his political thugs. He even made one of them a commissioner, but they became too powerful. And they had no option but to try an elimination, which was not possible, and which we are all paying for.
As of 2022, a politician called Baraje spoke about how these insurgents came into Nigeria. APC establishment, thinking of how to remove Jonathan from power, decided to bring in these insurgents. Let us always put this in mind whenever we are talking about the insecurity happening in Nigeria, whatever it has evolved to. Remember that it's somebody, that is politicians, who were desperate to remove Jonathan, and how they came up with the idea of bringing in security that Jonathan could not handle. Or rather, even when Jonathan wanted to handle it and was handling it, they ran to US and reported that Jonathan is killing their youths, is killing their people as a revenge from the 1967 war. These things are complex. So that when you are deciding or saying or wanting to stand with people claiming of sovereignty, you have to understand what you are talking about. Because I can tell you, yes, some of us are saying, okay, do not come. Some of us are saying, come. Within those people saying come, I can assure you that your intention, the intention you have of telling them to come, and the intention the next person has of telling them to come or not to come, are totally different. But we are talking about understanding whether our politicians will be willing, has the willingness to stop this. To me, as I said before, it is not true. They don't even want to stop it. One, there is a divide between what these politicians really want to achieve. One, there are the politicians who really want to achieve what they have termed Fulanization of Nigeria, and also Islamization of Nigeria.
As I'm concerned, the federal government is complicit. The day they want this insurgency to finish, it will be done. Actively, they are working with Turkey, they are working with Saudi Arabia, they are working with everything to Islamize. But the real agenda is to take over Nigeria. And all these insurgents that you...
There are politicians who are keying into this just to gain something monetary, or they want to maintain their position to be re-elected. You know, there are politicians who decide to keep quiet for one reason or the other. So all of them are under this one umbrella of not wanting these issues to stop. Now, how do you ensure that this thing will stop? If you say, okay, let the Nigerian government take it, will not stop. That's the truth. It will not stop. How will it stop? They brought it in. They even at the time paid them El-Rufai, used Kaduna State money to pay bandits. It's on record. They paid bandits with the state government's money. Shegumi even went as far as telling people to vote, telling Northerners to vote candidates as gubernatorial candidates who are in line with the actions of Boko Haram. These are prominent people in the north. You have seen from the way the issues of this Boko Haram is handled that there is something deep. We have seen videos of military people complaining on how their friends were shot because they were accused of killing too many Boko Haram people. It is suicidal at this point in time to believe that Nigerian government, Nigerian leaders, politicians can stop this, can help us tackle this situation. Me, for one, I know that they will not, because there are clashes of interest. Somebody is quiet because he wants to be re-elected the next president, the second term president. Somebody is quiet because he wants to retain his governorship. Somebody is quiet, then another person is carrying out this evil because they want to take over the whole land. It might look impossible, but it's being okay. Look at what is happening in Edo State. It is not garnering coverage as much, but people in Edo State are suffering. Military comes into their villages, bamboos them out of their community, and build camps. Go to this internet, browse it, you will see it, and build camps. So what am I saying, my brothers? If we want this thing to stop, we cannot rely on our politicians because they are clouded by their ambitions. Hence, we need Donald Trump to come into Nigeria. Forget about what people are saying. Forget about the fear of colonization or fear of taking oil. The oil you are talking about, does it belong to you? If the oil belongs to you, why would Nigerian government be talking about taxing you next year? Why would they be talking about taxing the ordinary citizen next year? The natural solid minerals in the south, in the northern Nigeria, are they done with it? The natural gas, liquefied gas, are they done with it? The lithium, the solid minerals, are they done with it? That they're not trying to tax the ordinary Nigerian citizen. That is to tell you that the natural resources is not yours. So why are you bothered about it? Which I'm not saying that that's what will be the end goal of this whole thing. But why are you bothered about it? You're not receiving the benefit of it. Now, you want the government, the leaders and the public ones and the hidden ones that are benefiting from these things will now use you just like Buhari, Tinubu used you to campaign to call for protests against Jonathan. Yes, Tinubu and Buhari rallied the ordinary people who do not have common sense understanding and went out on the streets of Lagos to protest against Jonathan when he proposed the removal of subsidy. This same subsidy that Tinubu removed. That's to tell you, you have to understand, that's to tell you that these people are not thinking about you. They are thinking of how to achieve their goal. So if you cannot think by yourself and be expecting that the government is for the people, it is not for the people as it stands now. And that is one thing again you have to understand. Government, you have to think from on your foot. We are all there when Tinubu and Buhari rose up against Jonathan. They went on the streets campaigning against Jonathan's policy to remove subsidy. That same subsidy, Tinubu came and removed it and even caused the whole country chaos because he did not have time to understand what the subsidy was, where it's being taken advantage of. He did not have time to develop a plan on how to go about it. He was on his inauguration day. He just said, "I removed first subsidy ended." Now, these same leaders who at first to remove this man lied to you that a good policy was a bad policy, went ahead to invite killers to cause mayhem in the north, starting from adopting the Chibok girls and the subsequent things that started happening. You know, and now that militia that they brought in has boiled down to what? More killings and more ambitions. Since we're able to do this, let us do more. Let us get more local government. Let us get more ground. Let us bring more of our people. So as for Trump, I know that Trump campaigned on the grounds of no war, no more war, because the American people, American citizens are tired of their country being at war all the time. So Trump campaigned on no more war. And if you look at it, he's living up to it. He's living up to it. Because if you don't know, Israel would have loved to level down Iran. They would have loved to remove their leader there. They would have loved to remove him. Not even, let me not use the word leveling Iran, but they would have loved a regime change in Iran. And it would have been catastrophic. What did Trump do? Trump didn't go as far as approving that. All he approved was anything that is a major threat, which is that nuclear weapon. He approved of its destruction and setting them back. And then he told Israel that it's not more than 12 days. That's what they call now 12 days war. You understand? So for Trump coming into Nigeria, we should hail him because Trump America coming to Nigeria cannot be compared to you will not expect the same outcome from Trump, another president America coming here. What I mean, remember during Obama's time, it was when Obama sabotaged the effort of Goodluck Jonathan. He was still American president, and you can say America sabotaged Jonathan's effort. But now we have a President Trump of America who is a Christian and a peace lover, not just a Christian. He's a peace lover. He believes that everybody should live and let live. If he's to come into Nigeria, I can assure you that it will be a surgical one. It will be to carry out the intention for which it came for, and to prevent anything that will escalate to a elongated war. You understand? So you should be happy, even pray on this matter, because if we lose this opportunity, we are finished. Though You know, they say the sound of an ambulance is a noise to the ears of a sound of an ambulance can be a noise to your ear until that ambulance arrives on your compound. We might be overplaying this thing because we are not that. We are still most of us are in the city. Those that are in the villages are not finding these things funny. And that is why we must rise up and speak and make judgments that are based on facts. If you look based on facts, the politicians will never end this insurgency. They will never end it. Because now, remember that Nigeria has been structured in such a way that it looks as if without the North, you cannot be a president or you cannot be anything political in Nigeria. Now, as it stands, the people that are really championing this insurgency thing are leaders in the North. It is there in the paper. But I just said it, they brought in these militias from different African countries to cause mayhem in Nigeria, to unseat Jonathan. And from there, it have spiraled to a whole different things. You are now expecting them. Now, on the other hand, they have this agenda, whether spoken or unspoken. They have this agenda. Then you have your own politicians whose agenda is to get their help to get re-elected or to be elected or to remain in whatever seat. And you expect that your politicians to speak up against what they are seeing. They will not speak up. And that is how it will never get solved. If we do not embrace these Americans' offer right now, I just pray that they come. Let this whole thing stop. Let this whole thing stop. People are dying too much. A lot of people are dying. It's not until it comes to your house before you will feel the pains. I hope I've been able to update you on what is happening around us, and let us embrace reality so that we can survive in this country. So what do you think? What do you think? How do you think we can get out of this? I want you to like my post. I want you to comment on it. Offer your own 10 cents. What is it? How do you think we can solve this issue? We need to solve this issue. Because I'm afraid. I'm afraid because if it doesn't happen now, what of next 20 years? What of next 30 years? What's your take on this? What do you think? Please write your take on the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe. It's much appreciated. We are new here and we want to grow. Help us grow. And also, if you would like to talk about these Nigerian events and issues with me on this channel, we can arrange it and then talk about it. Remain blessed, stay healthy, and God bless you.